in a short while to introduce what we are doing and what our responsibilities are within this organization. So we'll come back. And I also brought a couple of other people as well. So.
My name is Jenny Karlsson. I work as a sustainability manager within packaging.
Okay.
And my name is Jenny Karlsson, and I'm the sustainability manager within inbound logistics.
Inbound, okay.
Yeah, so we will start, before we do anything, we will start to show a movie.
Okay.
Start.
In the world today, logistics flows are behind every aspect of life. Scania is known and recognized by innovative and effective logistics solutions. But to enable new businesses and set the path of logistics for tomorrow, we have a vision. Welcome to Scania Logistics. With global production and a fully integrated order-to-delivery process connected to our logistics centers network around the world, Scania has proved to be a leader in logistics. But in a fast-moving world, continuous improvement is key. In our future, we see challenges in the areas of digitalization, connectivity, and sustainability. Besides that, our industrial operations are now changing from manufacturing of heavy vehicles to being also a supplier of parts and components to other brands in the group. This means that tomorrow, the planning and ordering processes will become more complex and dynamic, challenging our flexibility. Capacity at suppliers will be controlled and shared globally. Components will be specified and delivered across brands and continents. Synergies and optimization in the material and packaging flows will become even more important. We will work with multimodal, connected and autonomous transport networks. Sustainability will play a greater role in the design of our solutions, including alternative fuels and electrification. The ability to quickly respond to this evolving and dynamic environment will increase, requiring further transparency and integration in our supply chain. In our vision, Scania Logistics is dynamic, partner-driven, sustainable, with Scania Production System as a solid base, and our success is measured by safety, quality, delivery, and cost. We're living in a period of deep transformation of our industry and our business, and we at Scania Logistics are an active part of this transformation. This creates opportunities, but also demands more from us. Let's together redefine the future of Scania, a future where logistics is core.
Smart.
As a short introduction to what we now will talk about, we have a program for, I think we will spend some 30 or 40 minutes presenting, and there will be lots of times, of course, for questions. And please just interrupt if there is anything you would like to ask, or if something is unclear, or if I speak too fast, or anything. Please just interrupt. I will start to giving you a brief introduction about Scania Logistics. As I did understand reading the program, I don't think you have got any information regarding Scania Logistics yet, but you do have some information in Scania in the bigger picture, I think. So
Yes.
So we have been
taking.
perfect. That is perfect. Yeah. So I've been taking away a couple of pictures, and if there is something that you have seen before, just let me know and we can pass it through. And if there's something you're missing, just let me know. It's a little bit difficult to understand where you are. But let me start just introducing where we are today. My name is Tobias Edin. I'm responsible for what's our supply chain networks organization. Meaning that we are responsible today to drive 3 big networks, mainly in Europe, for our inbound process, for our outbound process, and also for our packaging network. So I will briefly go through it, and then we will see how we work with the sustainability question when it comes to packaging and inbound. So this is our vision, Scania Logistics vision, as from what we see in 2025. It will globally leads flows from customer needs to customer success, and we also enable new business opportunities. And as I said in the movie, we said it should be dynamic, it should be partner-driven, we should work according to our production system, which I hope and that we have seen, otherwise it's on the wall. That is our production system, saying how we're doing, the things that we're doing. And also a very big part is, of course, how we work, how to make it sustainable. It's a huge question for us, and you have to do some switches in the way that we are acting today and how we normally are doing things in Scania. At Scania. So this is the setup that we have today. We have a span on approximately 400 million euro. We are people, I think there are even more now updated. I think we are approximately a bit over 1,800 people working in the global logistics organization. So it's been quite big. And the logistics organization is also growing, taking more and more into centralizing. And we think that since we have in a couple of years, as you can see also here, we also consider our logistic to be core. This was not the case some years ago. That was something it was just a cost, and we just had to, we are building trucks and we are building buses, and that is what we're doing. This is nothing else. But now we can see that we have the logistic part of us is of course have a huge impact on both cost, but also of course on the sustainability part.
Yes.
And we are now today standing in the middle of our control tower for Europe. This for Nordic region. This is where we control and we buy and organize all our inbound transports and packaging transports every day now. So these people here are doing that. So we have that in-house.
You control here, from here, Operablek, Netherlands, everything.
We have. I would say we are having the flows going in the Nordic region, Nordic and Poland and Balticum.
Okay.
So mainly we do have at Scania. We have, perhaps you have seen that, we have two very big. Oops, sorry. It's no problem.
Africano.
No.
But we have our big supply base based in two places in Europe. One huge amount of supplies is of course located in Sweden. From this very point of Sweden, south of Sweden. So this is where we have a lot of supply base, and then the other one is in Germany. So we are taking care of the supplies and the transport going for the Nordic region here, and then we have a similar setup in the Netherlands, taking care of the suppliers and supply base in that region. And then we have the same setup in SLA, Latin America,
in Brazil.
Sao Paulo.
Sao Paulo.
So I will come back to that, but that is mainly how we are running the system now. So we are normally this was up until some years ago. This what we're doing here today. That was decentralized, driven by a third party, not very core. We should just something to buy. But then we understand, okay, if we would like to do something when it comes to sustainability, or if we would like to take some big steps in those areas, then we need to control it ourselves. We need to know what we're buying. We need to search for new type of solutions, and we need to take another responsibility in the complete supply chain. That's the reason. So mainly three big hubs: Latin America, Central Europe, located in Zwolle, and this one here is Södertälje, Nordic region. And then we have, of course, some different areas. We have some different KD markets, but we don't go through everything. But this is mainly how we see, and we see that our system as a complete global system. We can provide material to and from every part of the world. Yep. What we also can see now is that the complete world is changing. It becomes more and more global. It becomes more and more complex, and we also can see that the Scania is becoming more and more complex. Since we are having more new partners in our team, we are Scania, of course. We have our cousin, brothers, friends, MN,
Small kids.
baby brother. And then we have also Navistar now as a partner, also in North America. We also have a cooperation with Hino Truck. So there's a lot of things going on. I mean, that we're changing a lot of things, and we are actually now also sharing part components between us. So we are doing the gearboxes for MAN, and MAN are doing axles for us. New setup. The complexity of the transport network and our system and logistic network is becoming bigger and bigger. Therefore, we need to put up an organization that can handle that, and that is what we now are running these in three main hubs in the world: two in Europe and one in Latin America. We can take the next picture. So this is how we see it, basically as a conceptual picture, how we would like to drive this. But basically, we are doing it like this today. As I said, in these three areas, we have our KD plans, different places, and then we think perhaps in the future, very likely to be in the future, we will have some hubs also in the east and west, somewhere, somehow. Don't know when, of course, but this is how we see how this should be controlled. Yeah, take the next one. I think we can skip this one. This is the detail about how we are working with the flows, and so we can take next one. So basically then what we are doing here, within our logistics, we own all our inbound transports and all our packaging material. We also own all our outbound transports. We buy everything ourselves here.
Okay.
And we will come back to that we can do some specific targets when it comes to how we buy that actually. We design, plan, control our inbound logistic network that we do from here. We annually move 1.5 million tons of goods, so we continue to have around 450 trailers on the roads. Meaning we are a very, very big transport buyer in Europe. So we as a company, we sell trucks of course, but we also buy a lot of transport every day. Meaning that we can put in a lot of demands and how we would like to drive the system in the future. And we can ask also for other solutions when it comes to how shall we transport material.
Just a question. What is this number? Because when you start, we were talking about was 100 and minute by minute is increasing the optimization of the flow.
What we're doing every day is that we are looking at, to make this very easy, we are picking up goods every day in different parts of Europe. And if the actual demand is 1.5 pallets in the factory, then we take a look at, okay, do we really need 1.5 or do we need 1 to make the optimized fill level in the trucks?
Yes.
Or shall we instead order 2? So we would like to have the trucks as full as possible with material due to cost and due to sustainability reasons, of course. That we are trying to leveling out the call-offs of material from the different suppliers.
And that is online.
That is online. We're doing that every morning, every day. Doing that in this organization here. How we will have this number of parts going in the system now. Okay, how can we level this out to make the transport more efficient, and also done more sustainable, of course. To take away waste, instead of transporting air, we would like to transport full trucks with full amount of material inside the trailers. That is the target. Easy in some parts and more difficult in some other parts, of course. Yeah. So down, coming back to logistics is core. Why do we think this is core? Why is this so important for us? Yeah, we are accountable, meaning that we at Scania Logistics, we are accountable for Scania Logistics. We create efficient, connected and sustainable flows in a global logistics network. With performance excellence, that is our mission. Our growing competence enable for Scania to expand scope and achieve new business opportunities. Of course, if we buy this amount of capacity in the transport network every day, we also, of course, learn a lot about how this works, how this should be run in an efficient way, and we can see, okay, if we change it like this, we can make it even more sustainable, or we can save some money over here, we can do it in this way instead. So, by doing this every day, we are learning a lot about our system ourselves. And of course we are measured by safety, health, environment, quality delivery and the total cost, of course. But this is our mission now, becoming more and more core in the company, taking a bigger responsibility when it comes to sustainable parts, and we will go deeper into that, I think, now. So I will leave the word to see, and do you have any questions about the basic, so sort of just trying to